That's how I'm feeling.
This is Gary.
What's good?
Right next to me, I have
Mr. Young Ja'HyI, aka Young KJB.
Okay, and welcome to What's Your POV, your podcast here, the place to be. We're gonna start it off with the vision of the What's Your POV. So basically, your point of view matters no matter what the conversation is.
Facts.
So, for instance, you have your own point of view because of your own walk of life. I have my own point of view because of my own walk of life. So I can't judge you based on your own decision because I don't know what you had to go through to make that decision.
But this the thing that's gonna be cool about this podcast, because this gonna give everybody a voice. So it shows everybody's point of view. Like all over. It's like 1 billion people in this world. We all have different point of views. Not everybody the same.
True that. So let's start it off like this then, because there's something that I feel like a lot of people need to have deeper thoughts on. So love, like LOVE, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like you can't start talking about love if you don't know what it is to you. Like,
but
what that mean to you?
This is the thing. A lot of people don't know what love is.
Okay, what's the purpose of that? So that's why I feel like it got to start within yourself. So you got to look at yourself and be like, okay, what is love to me? Because love is different for everybody. I feel like some people, like for instance, swingers, right? People probably look at them and be like, I would not do something like that, or they look at it like it's not the norm, right? But for them, that's probably love.
Exactly.
For them, that should probably work out. So love to me, it got to start from within, like self-love. You got to know who you are, understand like what makes you feel whole. Because that's what, to me, when I think about love, I feel like love is feeling whole. You could be in relationships with multiple different people and you feel like you love them. And you probably do. There is something that you love and you take from it, but you're probably not fulfilled. So you probably move on and go on to the next one, try to fill that hole.
How many people do you think do that right now?
Not a lot of people. That's why it's important. Y'all need to listen. Y'all need to focus on this right here and go in the comment section and what is love to you? Tell me about that, because it's different for all of us. Like for me, I've had the experiences to think about that.
I ain't gonna lie. For me, I'll say, to me, love is basically feeling, like you say, you feel whole, feel home. You feel me? It fills up that void, like a feeling that you never could really describe. You feel me? Like, I feel like others really don't know. I feel like others really can't answer that question because they haven't been in love before. They never experienced that feeling. You feel me? That's why I feel like that's the bigger issue of it. But what you think?
Yeah. I mean, they probably experienced it, but they didn't take it.
Exactly.
Like, you know how, like, for instance, when you're in a relationship you and it ends, sometimes you like, F that. You don't want to think about what you probably took from that or what you gained from it. You just think about the heartbreak because it hurts.
That's true.
And shit like that. But I feel like regardless, after the heartbreak, there was something that you took from that.
That's true.
Whether it was the sex, whether it was happiness, money, whatever it is, there was a part of love, because love is like a plant.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like being loved and understanding what love is starts in the household?
I would definitely say hell yeah. And if you look at, like, I always use this shit,
but you have to really explain, you have to really get into detail why you say yeah, because a lot of people don't understand what I just said. Like, all right, how those, like, love really does start in the household.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I'm gonna make it simple, and this is no racist shit. It's no, like, it's just look at the facts. When you look at the black home, right? Most black home don't have a parent. Like it's like a dad is not here or a mom is not here.
Facts.
In the black home.
Facts.
So regardless, the child is missing two different types of love, because the father play a role, the mother play a role, right?
Facts.
So the child is missing something that could make them whole, that could give them more understanding of things, right? Boom. Now, look at a different family that has two parents at home. That child, no matter what they do in their life afterwards, regardless, they had that upbringing of love. They know what it is. They may choose to do whatever they want to do because that's their experience in life, their walk of life. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, they know what love is because they have that type of relationship at home.
Exactly.
So it is brought up like that. Like I would say, I didn't have that type of relationship at home.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying?
Me either. Like seeing certain shit, you feel me? Seeing how certain parent treat the other parent.
Yeah.
It really affects you as a young individual, like understanding what is love. Like now you growing up, thinking that love is when you put your hands on somebody else. You feel me? Like
Because that's what you saw.
exactly.
Yeah. You feel like you got to be a man to your girl because
Exactly.
my dad was a man to my...
Exactly. But you know, honestly, when you really think about it, doesn't really make sense at all.
It
You feel
don't,
me?
yeah.
That's not how love starts. Love is, for me, I feel like not in this generation now, at this time, I feel like that's the main thing people suppress and try to stay away from, like showing any type of love. You feel me?
That's crazy. That's why I know for a fact. Remember I told you this shit. I could get my heart broke 100,000 times. I don't care. I'ma still chase love.
Exactly.
Because I wanna have like a family. Like
Exactly.
I wanna raise a kid to mother and father home with love. You know what I'm saying? I wanna
Exactly.
do that. So I don't care if my heart gotta get broken like 6,000 times. It's gonna get broken. I'm gonna just build back up because regardless, I'm taking something from that relationship and moving on to whether it was good or bad. I learned something and I'm taking it on to the next.
All right, let me ask you a question then. Can you honestly say you ever fell in love before?
I fell in love multiple times.
But was it really love or was it lust?
That's why I never stayed.
You really gotta explain. Feel me?
Like it's gonna vary based on walks. I've always been picky with girls. So like
I have to. I have to.
So like me, if I cuff, like say you my girl in a relationship, is because I can see something that I can invest in, and it's not gonna be regular.
Long term.
Yeah, but it may not be that because you don't know until you're in it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You in it, you saw something that inspired you to be in that position. But when you got with the person, certain things you're like, do I want to compromise this? Like, do I have? Because you got to make some changes. The person, you know what I mean?
That's a relationship. You grow.
Exactly.
You grow with it.
But not all things may be comfortable to you. That's why that's why sometimes they don't last because you might be like, okay, I don't believe in this. You know what I mean? Like she believe in this, you believe in this. I like her, but this can be an issue for us in the future.
True.
It could be many things. Like for instance, like one thing for me, I know like I used to always have this based on experience too. I always used to be like, if I'm in a relationship with a girl, I want her family to accept me. If I feel like her family cannot accept me,
It's not gonna
regardless of
it's not gonna work.
it's
not gonna work. Period. It's
but
not
look,
gonna work. It's
But
not gonna
at
work.
first, I'm gonna try. I'm not saying like I'm not gonna like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to see like I'm gonna try to give the family me because I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to be me. But if the family is not accepting me and I'm in love with this person, I'm gonna have to be like, you know, I love you. Like I love you as a person, but this family issue is not gonna work for us because when we have kids, your mom probably gonna be slapping our jit.
Or trying,
I don't want that.
Or trying God knows what to get rid of you.
Exact. So like that's something that I took, and I'm like, regardless, if I go on to the next relationship, I can't make that compromise like of a family member or family members not liking me and not accepting me, and I'm with you. That's not gonna work because I'm a family person.
So do you feel like all right? Do you feel like it's a art? Was it harder to find? Do you think it's harder to find love while being in school or being on your own? Like honestly, like think about it.
Like you said, being in school.
Yeah, like for example, like high
If it's
school.
harder to find it.
Yeah, basically. Cause think about it. When you in high school, you go,
you see everything.
Yeah,
It's right there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like.
But look, I feel like being alone, you learn a lot about yourself.
That's true. That's true.
Coronavirus taught me a lot about my fucking self.
I think it's taught
Like,
a lot about everybody.
Everybody had to sit
Everybody
down at
learned.
home and be like,
Everybody
yo,
learned.
I'm not comfortable with certain things about myself. You know what I mean? Or certain things I want to change about myself. Like you learned a lot of shit about yourself, coronavirus. So round of applause to you, COVID-19, because you brought up a lot. Like my mental right now is like 100,000% because of that shit. So I definitely learned a lot from that. But you said some shit on a song. You probably don't, you know what song I'm talking about?
What song?
So Voices in My Head.
Oh,
You made that song. So
yeah. Oh,
you
yeah,
said some shit.
Wait, hold on. You got to do a little promo. You
A
feel
little
me?
promo? Go ahead.
A project out right now. You feel me? Just
Oh, yeah?
just a humble young individual on all platforms. You feel me? So you just, if you want to go check it out, go check it out. But I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Okay, where's that?
All platforms. All platforms. Doesn't
Okay.
matter where you check it out.
Link in the
there.
description. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the description.
Okay.
So.
I got you. So you said on that song, like specifically, you said like a line. I was like, okay, I want to ask something. You said, I got voices in my head talking to me, hate in my heart abusing me. So voices in my head talking to me. I'm like, okay, but you said hate in my heart abusing me. Tell me about that and tell me how that played a role in your relationships.
All right. I wrote that line when I was in the darkest place I probably have ever been. Like,
Okay.
like not even ever been, but mainly what like
That was an experience.
Yeah, it was an experience for me.
Challenge.
Yeah, so it's basically like I always felt like, man, I'm always been the star quarterback. You feel me? Like it's like everything always start with me. You feel me? Sometimes I feel like I can't deliver to the standard that that everybody, the expectation that everybody give me, basically. So the expectation that everybody give me, I try to meet it, but at times it be heavy on me, but I know I could do it. Feel me? I love the challenge.
Yeah.
Challenges, I always excel. It just sometimes it's hard.
So what about that experience was so like traumatizing or something like that?
It just, you get a better understanding of relationships, friends, people around you, family. Like it was so much shit going on around that time. So that was just the way I.
So like you feel like it was abusing you type shit.
Basically.
And do you feel like from that you learn on how to love a little bit more, or you're like scared?
It's more on a basically understanding myself a little bit more. Like basically understanding myself.
So self-love,
basically.
and so that's a good way to start. I would say like from that you learn a little bit more about yourself. So when the right person come around or whoever else come around, you have an idea of how you gonna take it. Like maybe not, you know what I mean? Or maybe this can be something. So like from there you got a point of view of certain things.
Exactly. And this is why we're here.
What's your POV?
It's your POV.
Holla at your boy.
So if you have any comments or anything we talked about today, just go in the comment section. You know,
sir.
Voice your opinion, how you feel about it.
What is love to you? Just let us know. It don't have to be diverse, you know what I mean? Just what is love to you? It could be anything, and you don't have to feel challenged like somebody's picking at you, because that's your position in life. That's what you had to make decision off based on your experience. So why would I judge you on that?
Exactly. So just stay tuned. This is just episode 1. We got more in store for you guys.
Yes, sir.
And that's a wrap.
You know it.
Welcome to What's Your POV.
This is the right place to be.
It's your boy Ja'HyI. I'm a musician, also a film director. You can check me out on TGE_KJB. And you can check out my work on everywhere at Ultra Dream Films on Instagram.
Well, this is Gary with an I. The Instagram is GaryFlow, GARIFLO. I'm a business consultant and I own businesses. Thank you so much. And we really want to talk about this right here. This is the beginning of something new right here.
Facts.
It's something where you can share your point of view with us. That's why we call it What's Your POV. So don't get mad at it when we talking. What we do want to plug in is, of course, our production team. We're doing something. We want your backing so we can continue this for you guys. So we're going to give a special shout out to our showrunner, James. Follow him on Instagram at eccentric_MIA. Also, we want to go to our AD, Slide Work Films, which is Jeff. Our technical director, Max. Follow him at Instagram, which is
Max in the Cut.
at MadeX. Max in the Cut. It's a scary site. So also we're going to give a special shout out to our unit production manager, Pharrell. And he's Haitian. That's the crazy.
Peter Kid.
He's Haitian. What Haitian you know names Pharrell?
We don't know.
But, you know, we're going to work it out.
We will work it out.
Hey, we're going to work it out. But, yeah, shout out to everybody who's tuning in. We want to tell you to keep following us. We're going to try to do our best with this. So give us some patience also. Follow us on Instagram. What's your POV? Twitter coming very soon. And subscribe, like, share, get on that comment section.
We will be putting everything in the bottom of the description, so everybody can check us out. All our Instagrams, all our links, everywhere, so you can check us out. So we will be doing that. So keep that in mind.
It's what it is.
What's your POV?
Yeah.
We're here.
That's how I'm feeling.